Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PM with Kim. I hope your day was a marvelous, magnificent Monday. I hope your work day was productive and peaceful, and that it was not your typical Monday, and that something good happened today for you that at least made you smile. I always tell people to make somebody else smile. I hope somebody made you smile today. So thank you for joining me this evening. I have been, over the last few, months, been really quiet, very introspective, very reflective, just trying to figure out Kim, if that makes sense. And so today I was just entertaining several things that I wanted to share. So if it sounds like I'm kind of disjointed, I'm really not. Just things that I just want to say, and they kind of all tie in together, and it's gonna make sense. But bear with me. Thank you for joining me, tuning back in. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when the videos drop. Like the video, and comment if you feel so compelled and something resonates with you. And then share it with your family or friends, so that if at all is a blessing to you, hopefully it could be a blessing to somebody else. So sit back with me for a few. I'm going to try not to hold you all long. Y'all know I can talk. But I really just, I don't know. I just felt like there's some things I just need to say. Maybe somebody needs to hear certain things. So I'm going to, follow my intuition, or, that's my first point. Trust your gut. For people, it's your gut, it's your intuition, it's your first mind, as my mother used to always say. Follow your first mind. For me, I call it what it is. It's the Holy Spirit prompted me. So, but whatever that thing is that you call it, trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust that still small voice, trust whatever it is you're hearing in your spirit, you're feeling in your heart, but you just like, go with your first mind. I'm gonna say it like Mama said it. Go with your first mind, because it's not gonna steer you wrong. It's not gonna steer you wrong. We allow, stimulus and things and people and circumstances and all of those things to get us sidetracked, if you will, away from that knowing. And so I'm just here to say, trust your intuition, trust your gut, trust your first mind, trust the Holy Spirit, trust what you feel stirring inside, and don't try to rationalize it. Don't try to make sense of it, because sometimes it doesn't make sense. And it might not make sense in the initial stage, but as you go through life and you get some more pieces to the puzzle, it'll all make sense. But listen to your first mind, because it's not steering you wrong. It is giving you a hint into, maybe I need to shift my thinking. Maybe I need to shift what I'm doing. Maybe I need to go to the left instead of going to the right. Maybe I need to slow down. Maybe I need to move forward. Maybe I need to, whatever that, maybe I need to, fill in the blank. But trust that your spirit woman, your spirit man, your intuition is not steering you wrong. It's not. And we can allow people and forces and things to make us question and doubt and all of those things. But trust what you're feeling. And then if nothing else, you can circle back around and adjust. But trust your first mind, because it's not going to steer you wrong. And, if your intuition says, it's right. It usually is. I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, it usually is. So that's the first thing I want to say. And it kind of just leads into my next point, saying, walk unapologetically in who you are, because that gut, that intuition that's telling you, do this, go here, do that, be this, be that. And it might not make sense to anybody else, and it does not have to. That's the thing. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else, as long as it makes sense to you. And even if it doesn't make sense to you initially, if it makes sense to you, and you can apply it to your life, and it can help you move to the next phase, the next level, then be unapologetic about it. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. You don't need validation or approval from somebody else on what you need to be doing, or what you should be doing, or what your life looks like, because it, from the outside looking in, it might look crazy to somebody. But to you, if you feel good in your spirit about it, then go for it. We live in an age where, we need all, people need, not we, people need all these likes and validation and, affirmation. Get that from internally first, because it won't matter what the masses outside of you say. Affirm within. And that's tapping into who you are, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your desires and your goals and the things that you want for yourself. That's where you tap into those kind of things and stop seeking it from social media and people that you don't even know most of those people. Oh, I got 2,000 friends. No, you don't. You got people following you, and most people, and every follower ain't your friend. Everybody stalking and hawking your pages and your posts are not cheering for you. And they may be like, oh, I love that, or give you a like or a heart and whatever else, and then talking about you behind your back. Stop relying on those people to validate you. Be unapologetically who you are. Walk in the path that is set forth for you, that you feel is your path and your destiny and your purpose. And don't feel the need to explain it to anybody, because it might not make sense to anybody. I remember seeing this quote that said, and I'm not getting it all the way right, but it's one of those memes I saw online, and it says something about don't discuss your calling with other people because it wasn't a conference call. It wasn't a conference call, whatever. So whatever your call is, whatever your purpose is, whatever your destiny is, whatever your thing is, it don't have to make sense to anybody else. It doesn't. Because if God put it in you and he placed it in your heart, he put it in your spirit, and he said, this is what you need to do, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. So be unapologetic of who you are and where you're headed. And the path that you're headed on might not make sense to anybody. And it might be like, something wrong with her. Well, guess what? Yeah, it might be. And you might not understand it. And it might be too big for you to fathom. And that's okay, because when you get to a certain point of your life and you start to grow and you start to develop and you start to mature, some people are not in that same realm with you, and they're not going to get it. And that's okay. But be confident in who you are and walk in the ways and the paths that you know are right for you, despite what other people might say, think, or feel. As long as you are not hurting anybody, as long as you are not running over anybody, trying to take from somebody, trying to be malicious against somebody, on your way to going to wherever it needs to be, and you're doing what you need to do, and you are in alignment with what it is you should be doing, and you're doing it with grace and you're doing it with style, that's all you have to do. And if somebody doesn't like it, that ain't your problem. I always tell people all the time, if somebody don't like something that Kim does, that ain't my business. It's not my business what you think about me. That's your business. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like what I do. You don't have to like what I say. That's not my business. And I'm not going to allow that to be a hedge or thwart my progress. I'm going to need you to just get on out the way, because I'm moving forward, whether you like it or not. So be unapologetically who you are, and don't feel the need to explain where you're going, what you're doing, and how you're doing it, because most people are not going to get it anyway. So why waste your energy? All right. And then the other thing I want to talk about is don't wait for everything to be perfect, for everything to be lined up, for the stars to be lined up for you to decide to enjoy your life. I have this conversation with various different people, and it hits different when I'm talking to different people. But I you know what? Let's stop existing and start living. I'm tired of existing, and I want to live and live more abundantly. I don't want to just exist. I don't want to just go through life. Again, I'm dating myself, but the tape recorders, you used to have to, you play that tape and you hit rewind and you go all the way back and you hit stop and hit play. And you go, I don't want want to hit rewind and then play, and hit rewind and hit play, and just be stuck in the mundane stuff of life. I want to live. I want to laugh. I want to love. I want to experience life. I don't want to be reckless, but I want to do some of the things that I want to do. Go some of the places that I want to go. Enjoy. Laugh till I cry. Laugh till my face hurts, till my side hurts. Take that trip. Do those things you want to do. You hear people saying, oh, I'm going to save up till I retire. Well, guess what? You might die before you retire. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be morbid, but you might not live that long. So why are you going to keep putting off for tomorrow what you can do today? I want to live. And I'm telling you the same thing. I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to me. Live. Do some of the things. If you want to eat that Sunday from Cold Stone, go eat that Sunday from Cold Stone and stop worrying about, I'm going to gain some weight. Then get your behind in the gym or get out there and walk that Sunday off. But if you want to enjoy that Sunday, enjoy that Sunday. Life is too short, y'all. Let's live. Let's have fun. Let's live our best lives. Let's just, not exist. That I love that, that quote, you see it all. Dance like nobody's watching. Sing like nobody's listening. Love like your heart's never been hurt before. Yes, that's living. That is living. And that is what we should be doing, and not waiting until tomorrow to figure it out or to get it straight. Because if you're waiting for the stars to line up perfectly, they're never going to line up perfectly. You're never going to have all the money you want. You're never going to be in the place that's perfect where you want to be. You're never going to, it's not going to all be perfectly lined up. And then you can say, okay, now I can live. No, live and then let those stars line up, and then you reshape how you want to live and all of that. As long as you are living and you're doing right by people, you're not living recklessly. You're not out here just living a sinful life. You are just enjoying the moments, maximizing the moments. And that's what I used to tell people that I did with my mother. I maximized every moment with her. So I don't have any woulda, coulda, shouldas now that she has transitioned on, and now she is my angel watching over me. We maximized every moment. We went everywhere. We did everything. We laughed. We acted silly. We loved each other. We hugged each other. We kissed each other. Maximize the moments with the people that you love. Maximize them. Life is short, y'all. So let's make the best of it, and let's live our best life. I'm getting ready to be 55 this year. On my birthday, I'm going to be 55. It's a milestone. I'm not going to wait until September 25th to get to my milestone. I'm going to live in June and in July and in August and in September and thereafter. I want to embrace life, because I've been existing for so long. And I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, but take the reins, the horse, and just, shift your path and just ride into the sunset and enjoy life, because it is short. It is short. And, if we don't live now, it's, then what are we doing? What are we doing? So those are my thoughts. Those are my biggest thoughts. And I wrote down, saw this thing, and I'm reading off of it because it was a lot to remember, but I wanted to make sure I end with these thoughts for you to ponder and for you to reflect upon for the rest of the week. But it says, think less and feel more. Our minds, we start thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking instead of feeling. Turn your mind off and let your heart take over, because the mind will talk your heart out of everything. Turn the mind off, shut it off, and let your heart do the talking, and it's gonna feel better. And it says, frown less and smile more. Smile, y'all. It takes more muscles in your face to frown than to smile. Smile. It makes, because when you smile, it lights up your spirit. It's like, oh, all right, this feels good. This feels good. It lights up your whole spirit. And then you light up the spirit of people around you when they see you smiling. Smile at a stranger and watch their reaction. When you go into a restaurant or you go get gas or, in the store or whatever else, smile at people. And it's going to catch some people back off guard, like, oh, that's nice though. Wow. So Yeah. And the next one is talk less and listen more. I know I'm talking, but this is my platform to talk. But when you're around people, talk less and listen more. I saw this show. What was it? Oh gosh, it was one of these. It was months ago, but later daters. It was people over 50 dating, and the young girl who's the psychotherapist or whatever her her role was, but she was the mentor to the older people trying to get out there and date, and she told them in essence that much: talk less and listen more. She said, and I thought it was very interesting. She said, stop being interesting and be interested. I was like, oh, I love that. Stop being so interesting where you got to talk. Oh, I did this, I did that. Yeah, you got to talk because you got to meet people and get to know each other, but give somebody a word in edgewise. Stop being so interesting and be interested. Ask them some questions. Feedback off of each other and stop talking all the time and let somebody else talk. And then you can listen, you can find out about them, and then you all can find out about each other. All right. And then the next one is judge less and accept more. Stop looking at people from the outside thinking you know what they're going through, thinking you know what their life is like, and I wouldn't do that. Well, you don't know what you would do if you were walking in their shoes or had walked a mile in their shoes or had their experience. And so what it might look like from your natural eye as, I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't say that. You don't even know because you don't even know their story. You don't know the backstory to their lives and why they do what they do. So stop judging people based off of your biases and what you think. Oh, you so great, you didn't arrive. No, you haven't. You got some mess in your closet too. Stop judging people. Accept people and love on them. And guess what? They'll be more inclined to tell you what is in their closet and what they're going through so that you can understand it and y'all can walk in life together helping each other. Okay. The next one is watch less and do more. Some people just on the sidelines, just watching people work and watching people doing stuff, and you're not doing anything. You just watching folk do stuff. Get up off your behind and get to your work. Because everybody has a gift. Everybody has a talent. Everybody is good at something. Whatever your something is, be bold in it. Walk in it. Do what you need to do your work. And stop watching everybody else work and you just sitting there and you like this. You're going to get whiplash because you're watching everybody else do their work and you're not doing anything. Do what you do best and then do it with your all. And watch how life feels rewarding. Okay? Complain less and appreciate more. Count your blessings and not your problems. We all have problems. You're going to have them for the rest of your life. Welcome to the real world. But let's focus in on the blessings. What's good in my life? There's some good stuff going on in your life. Life might be lifing. Absolutely. But what's good? What's happening that you can be grateful for? That you can just, I said it this way. I look back over my life and I am so grateful. Do you hear me? I am so grateful. And just over the last couple months, I could give you a list of all the things that just have blessed my soul. And I'm focusing on those things. Do I have all the money I want? No. Do I have all the things that I want? No. Do I have all of the desires that I want? No. But I got a lot of other stuff. Some good stuff that has happened to me, that is happening to me, and that is going to happen to me. So let's focus on being grateful and thankful, because the more you're grateful and thankful, the more you attract that back into your life and the more blessings you get because of that. All right. And then finally, fear less and love more. Fear less and love more. Faith over fear, y'all. We got to stop sitting under fear and letting it take a grip on us and controlling our mind and our heart. Fear has no place. It has no place if you're trying to move to where you want to be and get some of the things that you want to get. Tell fear to go sit down somewhere. Put fear under your feet, because it's going to hold you back, and let your love just overcome the fear. If you allow love to lead, the fear don't have any place, because the love is just going to pour out over the fear, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm all right. Fear it's gonna hold you back. It's gonna keep you from all of the good things. Not all of the good. It's gonna keep you from some of the good things because you allow it to control you. You allow it to be your destiny. No, it's not. Fear, you know what? Again, a little bit of fear is healthy because it gets you moving. It's the catalyst to get you moving. But it should not rule your life. It should not rule your mind. It should not rule your heart. It should not rule your spirit. It should just be something that awakens something in you and says, you know what? I'm moving past this. I'm moving past this, and I'm going to get past this, and I'm going to be better. And I'm not going to let it control me. I'm going to take my life back, and I'm going to live, I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to love. And so that's where I'm ending, y'all. I hope it made sense for you. I hope somebody got something out of this. Those were my thoughts today. Those are my thoughts today. Those are the things that have been resting heavy on my spirit as I quietly reflect and as I move forward in my next best chapter. Matter of fact, I said to somebody last week, I just closed my book. I just closed that last book. I'm starting a new book. Not just a new chapter. I'm starting a new book. And this new book, it's going to be some kind of amazing. Because guess who's writing the story? It ain't Kim. I told y'all earlier, I'm a good writer. But God is writing my story. And I started this new book. And I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be a bestseller, y'all. Because God is writing the story. And I'm allowing him to write it. And I'm walking through every page of it. I'm stepping through every experience of it. Good, bad, or indifference. Because guess what? Just because it's going to be a great story doesn't mean I'm not going to encounter some stuff along the way. Because I've encountered a whole bunch of stuff. And when stuff gets too quiet, I'm like, uh-oh, wait a minute. I'm getting a little nervous because I'm waiting for the shoe to drop or the axe to drop or whatever that statement is. But this new book is going to be a bestseller. My new book in my life, Kim's book of life, it's going to be a bestseller because God is all in it. He's writing it. And I'm not going to let fear hold me back. I'm not going to just exist. I'm going to live. I'm going to trust my gut. I'm going to go with the unction of the Holy Spirit. And I'm going to do thus saith the Lord. And I'm going to have fun while I'm doing it. And that's the one thing I'm going to leave with you and close out here, because I know I said I wasn't going to be long, but I am always long-winded. But we just need to, and I'm almost 55 and I lost my thought, but we just need to understand that whatever it is we want to do, we should do it. And we should hold on to that as we move forward and live. That's what I was thinking. Not just exist, but live, and live more abundantly. So that's my evening inspiration, y'all. Thank you for sitting with me. That was 22 minutes. Thank you for sitting with me, and I hope something had to jump out at you. I hope it did. And if you can share this with somebody, share it with them if they need this. But I pray that the rest of your evening is richly blessed. I pray that when you lay down tonight, that your sleep will be sweet. It will be peaceful. It will be restful. You will have sweet dreams, and that the hand of God will rest upon you, and that his angels will encamp all around wherever you are and protect you and keep you through the night, and that tomorrow you're going to awaken refreshed and revived and renewed with a new sense of hope and a new sense of purpose and a new sense of destiny and a new sense of all that is waiting for you in your living and not in your existing. All right, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he turn his face towards you and give you peace. From my heart to yours,